In today's video, I'm recreating 7 famous logos completely from memory with only 2 minutes. No way. Bro, I actually thought I nailed this one.
Bruh.
All right, first up, McDonald's. All right, the timer's started. I think this one's gonna be the easiest. The first thing I remember is that the McDonald's logo has a red background. So let's add that first in a circle. Now I need some yellow. I think this shade looks about right. And then a huge M right in the middle. I need to make it smoother. Like that, almost. But I'm not gonna redo it because I'm already running out of time, so we're sticking with this. One thing I clearly remember is that the bottom corners of the M are pretty sharp, almost square-shaped. Let me do the same thing on the other side. Nah, this still doesn't look right. Maybe if I straighten it a little, like this. Hey, that's actually better. It really isn't. Let's just leave it like that. Time's already up. Hopefully I'll do better on the next one. Now let's put the original logo next to mine and compare them. Oh my God, honestly, I was pretty close. At least I almost got the right shade of red and the yellow color of the M. For a first attempt, it wasn't that bad. I was also almost certain these bottom corners were sharp, so I'll definitely remember that next time. For the tier list, I'm giving this one an A. I think that's fair, but I have a feeling the next logos are gonna turn out even better. So let's move on. Now it's Tik Tok. First, I need black. The Tik Tok logo kind of looks like a seahorse, at least in my head. So I'll start with the top part, just like this. Okay, good. Now a straight line going down. Now a half circle going backwards, like this. Okay, not amazing, but I'm not gonna redo it because time is running out and I still need to add the pink part that's kind of behind the black one. Now the curve goes back, just like that. And I also need some blue for the front part. I think it goes like this. It's not crooked. I'll just leave it like this. Not my best work. Only 12 seconds left. Okay, let's erase this part because it's sticking out way too much. And damn, time's up. Well, I thought it'd look better than this, but it doesn't look that bad. All right, let's reveal the real logo. I was so close. Comparing the two, the top part and the front curve should have been much smoother. And I also swapped the colors. The red and the blue are supposed to be the other way around. And don't even get me started on that curve. It's so bad, and I forgot to write TikTok, but let's just pretend that never happened. All right, this little seahorse gets a C. I think that's fair. It deserves to stay there. Next up, Nike. I think this one's gonna be the easiest. I'll grab the pen and start drawing the swoosh. The front needs to be really pointy, and this top part too. Oops, need to fix that. Okay, good. Just a few small adjustments to make the line smoother. And let's make the tail a little longer. I think it's looking pretty good now. Time to fill the whole thing in with black. Now it actually looks like a Nike logo. And I still had about 25 seconds left. Yeah, this one wasn't too hard. Now let's bring in the original logo and compare them. Honestly, they're pretty similar. There are only a few small differences. The tail should have stretched a little farther back, and this top part is standing up too much. It should lean over a little more. And if you look closely, mine has a few extra curves, while the real logo is much cleaner. But overall, according to my totally professional expert analysis, this is my best one so far, so it's going straight into S tier. Now, let's move on to the next logo. All right, next up, Pepsi. Timer starts. Okay, for this one, I'll start with a circle. Actually, a dashed circle. Now comes that wavy line across the middle, something like this. Now let's fill the top half with blue. I'm not even sure if this is the right shade of blue, but time's ticking, so we're just gonna roll with it. Now the bottom part is red. Whoa, that's way too much. Let me erase some of that. And time's up. Man, 2 minutes goes by so fast. Honestly, I don't even know if that's what the logo looks like, but it feels a little empty. So let's add the word Pepsi in the middle. This is probably the closest font I've got. Let's make it a little bigger and curve it because, I don't know, I feel like it follows the wave. A few tiny adjustments and done. All right, let's reveal the real logo. Man, I'm so bad at this. Bro, what even is this? I don't even have words. First mistake, I mixed up the colors. The top should have been blue, not whatever I just made. And there's also a white section in the middle that I completely forgot. Then there's this wave. Mine looks awful. And why did I curve the text? Where did I even get that idea from? Yeah, this one's definitely getting a D. I almost gave it a C, but honestly, I made way too many mistakes. Back to D you go. Next up, Google. First things first, I need to type Google. Actually, let's make it a little bigger. Now I need a font that looks similar to the real one. This is probably the closest I've got. Now comes the hard part, the colors. I honestly don't remember which letter has which color. I think the first one is yellow, the second is blue, then green, the G is red, and I think the L has the same color as the first G. Or maybe not. I just know two letters share the same color. I just can't remember which ones. And I think the last letter is blue too. Maybe. Wait, what if the red O and the blue G are swapped? Let's see. Nah, I don't think that's right. And I'm out of time. Well, that's what we're going with. I don't think it's correct, but maybe I was close. Let's compare them. Man, no way. I was so sure that was right, and I completely forgot the letters are lowercase. Not only that, I didn't get a single color right. The repeated color is actually blue, and it's not even this shade of blue. After that disaster, I'm putting this one in B tier. I was kind of close. I just completely failed the colors. Next up, Starbucks. Okay, this one's definitely harder. So for this logo, I'm giving myself a bonus 2 minutes. That only seems fair. At least I remember there's a big green circle, like this. And then there's a woman, I think, with her arms spread out, or something like that. Let's draw this line. And another one over here. Nope. Let me try that again. Okay. Now the mouth. Fill it in. Add the eyes too.
Bruh.
I know there's something up here. I just can't remember what. Now the arms, I think they go all the way down like this. And I also remember some little details on both sides. Not sure if they're actually supposed to look like this, but we're doing it anyway. Same thing on this side. I think this whole area is white. Let's make the eyes a little rounder. Wait, didn't she have hair? Or something that looked like hair? Too late. We're keeping it. Oh my God. I have no idea what else to change. I'll just fill these sides in, add a few details here, maybe fix the arms a little. Some circles on the sides, and time's up. Well, to be honest, that looks more like a gecko than the Starbucks logo. That is really, really bad. All right, let's reveal the real logo. Oh no, that is really bad. Like really, really, really bad. It doesn't look like the original at all. I'm not even gonna analyze this one. There's no point. It's so bad, it deserves its own rank. Yep, F-. That's exactly where it belongs. It seriously looks like a gecko. There's no way my memory is this bad. Last one, BMW. After all these attempts, I feel like this is the one I'm finally gonna get right. I know this logo, first a big black circle, then another white circle inside it. Now the 4 sections in the middle. Let's color these 2 blue. Done. Now the letters, B, M, W, they need a little more spacing, and they have to follow the curve around the top. But time's running out. One last thing. I'm pretty sure there's a gray shine over here. And time's up. Honestly, that doesn't look too bad. I'd even say it's one of my best ones, especially after whatever that Starbucks thing was. All right, let's compare them. Whew. Okay, now I can see it's not nearly as close as I thought. I completely forgot the 2 black lines around the center, and the letters are way too close together. The B should be over here, the M in the middle, and the W over there. Still, I think this deserves a B tier. It wasn't perfect, but it definitely wasn't terrible. And those were the logos I drew completely from memory. Turns out my memory is absolutely terrible. Now I want to know what you think. Make your own tier list in the comments. Don't go easy on me, and let me know what challenge you'd like to see in the next video.